All right. I don't know how this happens, but 2 minutes before we're getting ready to go live, and we're not even live on Instagram yet because
what's happening?
I don't know. Did we put in the connecting thingy jobby?
I sure did.
I don't know what's going on. Satan is trying to stop this podcast from going on today. So right before we started, all of a sudden the spotlights or the lights that we use started flickering. And Sharon accidentally hit the backup remote and we couldn't figure out how to stop it from flickering, which kind of ties in with the disco party, which is Friday night, rain or shine. Give you an update in a minute. Are we on Instagram?
No.
Okay. Well, why don't you figure that out while I'm telling the people about what we got going on today's show?
I don't know why it's not.
Connect streaming to software. Yeah. Do it again.
I mean, you see it's right there.
I see it. There it is. Nope, don't remove. Or you want to remove it. I don't know. Anyway, it's Monday and it's show 57, episode 57. The Share Den podcast, a production of Denny Radio. So hopefully that you had a good weekend. And now are we on?
No, don't worry about it.
No, it's going to bug me now. It's like,
babe. It's okay. No. Okay.
Okay. Tell everybody how sick you are. Go. Let's stick with the format.
Yeah.
Sharon's sick. Go.
Okay. So I have been sick since last Sunday. I hardly ever get sick, and I've been sick twice in the last month. So last night, through my Blue Cross insurance, they have a free service called Teledoc. So I filled out the form. I got didn't even take 5 minutes. And then not in less than 5 minutes from filling that out, I get a phone call from a Minnesota number. You were sitting right there.
I couldn't believe how fast on a Sunday, 5:44 p.m. She made the email. Mm-hmm. And at 5:50, 5 minutes later, she gets a phone call from a teledoc. Right. I'm like, this is the way it should be for everybody.
In Minnesota. So I literally was on the phone with her for 2 minutes. We just, talked about my symptoms and all of that. And she's like sinusitis and called in a script. And then I got the notification from Kroger that it was done. And I went and no one was in the drive-through lane. And I was in and out in less than 10 minutes. So all of this to say, in the time it took me to fill out the form on email, submit it, get the phone call, and go to Kroger was less time than I normally have to hold just for our primary care doctor, whom I love.
I do too, Salem, but it was 20 minutes I was on hold last week for you.
But sometimes I'm like, you're caller number 14.
Oh, I hang up. I was caller number 9 last Monday when I called.
But also, that's, growing up kids, pediatrician, especially Mondays. Mondays are the big day, whatever.
Here's the thing.
Anyway,
doctors don't like this because, Salem missed out on $190 because that's what it costs to go to the doctor. Yeah, I said $190. And through the insurance, boom, it's a free service. It's wonderful, and this is where we're headed, and that's good news.
I mean, obviously, if it's something really serious, because one of the questions they ask is, what would be your first phone call? ER, primary care, whatever. So they're kind of seeing how urgent it was or whatever. And she said, look, if it continues, because we did just service you a month ago, we're going to refer you out to go see your primary care.
She really said that? She serviced you? That's weird.
Oh,
that's what you just said.
I know, but
anyway, congratulations on beginning on the men, because Friday night is going to be a big night. Disco party, rain or shine. 2 tables left, so we reconfigured and we found a place to put 3 more tables. Mm-hmm. 2 are left. That's it. 2 tables left, and there are 23 general admission tickets left. 23. So if you would like one of those gold circle tables of 10 that gets you in at 7:00, you can go to the Denny Radio Facebook page. I pinned it to the top. Let's buy out those tables. Let's help more veterans. Let's sell this puppy out. And it's rain or shine. They're saying that we might get some rain. Pray, Lord, give us a window from 7 till midnight, 7 to midnight. Then after that, whatever, 7 to midnight. Come on, Lord.
And
help us out.
Just so
Jesus.
you know, here's a little a day in the life of the actual guy who puts the disco party on.
Oh, that was a pretty good mix.
I know.
That was a damn good mix. That was the first mix I've done in 2 years. It's an easy mix. You know, I've done it before, but
well,
still.
you were doing it. So I just kind of
That's awesome.
secretly recorded you because
I'm practicing, people.
He's practicing.
I don't want to stink. And I just pray for good weather. If I don't make great mixes, whatever, the parties are always great. I always put extra pressure on myself, but that's the challenge of doing what I do. I love from 8 o'clock until midnight. Everything else, very challenging.
Chad, hola.
What's up, Chad?
Happy Monday.
That's hype man, Chad.
Dan Tracy, good afternoon.
Hello, Dano.
Dan's always on. Nurse
Terry, she's coming. Oh, did you grab her picture?
No.
Oh, it's on the email. Remember I said I flagged it?
No, you flagged AJ's video.
Okay. Well, we have a picture
Rick,
of Nurse Terry. We'll do it for Wednesday.
Yeah. Hello, Mary. Happy Monday.
Hi, Mary. Comments I make do not necessarily reflect my opinion. Entertainment purposes only. Well, maybe. I love women.
Tommy's doing his own show on Monday.
He's feisty. I have Anthem and Teledoc with my employer.
Yes.
I haven't used it yet, but it's good to know.
Yeah. You know why? Because I'm lazy. I mean, let's face it. Women, we tend to just put ourselves on the back burner a lot of times. It's just when I'm sick and you're tired and you're not feeling good, the last thing you want to do is get dressed, get in the car, go to your doctor, wait for your doctor, go back to the exam room, wait there some more, check out, then go to the pharmacy.
Yeah, because I don't know too many doctors in the waiting room. They serve you up a Tangerine tonic while you're waiting for the call.
That's right.
Just saying. By the way, Sherry from McCravers, are you coming to the disco party Friday night, rain or shine?
She probably. Why wouldn't she?
I don't know. Sometimes
Tracy,
things happen.
Can't wait.
Can't wait to disco. Me too.
Oh, thank you, Terry.
Me too. Got to get my disco shoes this week. Pittsburgh Rick. There you go. I'm wearing tennis shoes and shorts. All right, there we go. Now we have a trivia question, and then we get to welcome a brand new sponsor for this month and next month.
Mm-hmm. We're booked June and July.
Yep.
So small businesses.
You want August?
August
is going to be a short month though, because
Monday, Wednesday,
I believe that first week we're taking off, or I'm going to be off a day or two. I don't know. We got to figure it out.
Okay. All right. Trivia.
In what city, state was the first Father's Day celebrated? Oh,
because we are in June, the month of June.
We are.
Lots of things in June.
I don't have a guess. Anyway, let's run St. Mary's Meats. Welcome AJ and Nancy and your awesome crew out there in Swanton/Assumption. Here's AJ.
Hey everyone, it's AJ. St. Mary's Meats, they call me the Meat Man. You guys ever wonder where your beef comes from? Well, St. Mary's Meats doesn't care. This is little baby Harold, or as my kids call him, and the Incredible Hulk. You know, at St. Mary's, we have 19 flavors of snack sticks, 40 flavors of brats, 7 flavors of marinated chicken breast. Just came out with a Jamaican jerk. We also have a fresh case, a deli, we have frozen section, appetizers, a little bit for everyone, okay? So just keep in mind, check us out on Facebook, and remember it, St. Mary's Meats, we're killing it, you're grilling it. See you guys.
I just love that man. He's so fun. We're going to have him on in a couple of weeks. There I am getting the grill ready. We're going to have a little cookout tomorrow.
I have dinner with Rob.
Remember Sunday when I said, hey, let's cook these burgers out on Tuesday, and you didn't say, hey, I have dinner.
I forgot.
Okay.
Wednesday. How about Wednesday?
Well, I golf on Wednesday,
Thursday?
but I don't know. I might not be golfing on Wednesday.
Thursday.
Might be tough. I don't know.
All right.
The grill's ready whenever we're ready. So we're very excited. By the way, AJ does a $100 meat special every month. Mm-hmm. And we have an exclusive right here, people. The June special. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. You get a choice of 2 6-pack beef patties, jalapeno cheddar, bacon, mushroom Swiss, pizza, which is what I have up there, pizza burger, Supreme Pizza or Philly burgers. They're third pounders, so you get 2 6-packs. You get 1 2-pack of ribeye steaks, 1 2-pack of New York strip steaks, 1 half pork bone-in butt. You can upgrade to a whole for $10. 1 rack of pork baby back ribs. Choice of 2 boneless breasts. I'm assuming that's chicken breasts. Plain butter garlic, honey barbecue, garlic parmesan, Santa Fe salsa. Yeah. Anyway, a bunch of different boneless breasts flavored. And then you get a choice of 1 appetizer, jalapeno poppers, fries, or onion rings. All of that for $100.
Wow, that is a lot.
Okay, so this doesn't hit the radio until Thursday. So if you want to get in on this, before, you can call right now and tell them you want the June special. Heard it on Denny Radio on the podcast. And you can thank AJ for sponsoring. The number's 419-644-3461. There it is right there at the bottom. 419-644-3461. That's why I paused, because I was looking to see it was there.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, 20-minute drive from 23 straight out Central Ave. So it's not bad. And it's very beautiful out there. And AJ, they're good people. So there you go.
Okay, so back to trivia.
Okay, the answer?
In what city, state was
I'm going to guess northeast part of the country.
Northeast. Okay, let's see.
I don't even have a say. Let's say Boston.
Spokane,
Washington. Oh, hi, Pamela.
Pamela. Oh, she's still guessing.
Spokane, Washington. Did I get the trivia?
It is
Ba-ba-da-da.
Spokane, Washington, June 1909.
Wow. Okay, there you go. I don't know why I thought northeast, but I missed it. Northwest, Spokane, Washington, June 1909.
So it was actually, let's see here. Sonora Smart Dodd patiently listened to a Mother's Day sermon at Central Methodist Episcopal Church. Sorry, I forget that. In Spokane, Washington, as the preacher extolled the virtues of America's mothers, because the holiday was only created the previous year. Dodd thought about her own upbringing and how her father, William Jackson Smart, a Civil War veteran, raised her and her siblings alone after her mother died in childbirth 11 years earlier. So, and then let's see. Within a year, the mayor of Spokane, along with the governor of Washington, signed proclamations for celebrating the first Father's Day on June 19th, 1910.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Father's Day is awesome. Watch the U.S. Open. Maybe get up early and play golf. Who knows? All right. So congratulations. She got that right. All right. Later on this hour, this is a classic T-shirt, Denny Radio shirt. There's only, 13 in existence, 12. We gave away one to Nurse Terry. She picked it up, but I forgot to post it. And then we have, who was the other one? Who won the other one?
I think it was Cindy.
Anyway, we had another one. At the end of this podcast.
And Wayne. And then Wayne.
Oh, yeah, Wayne. Inside Out Wayne. I'll get it to you, bro. I'll have to reach out to him, too. It might not be till after a disco party. A little busy this week. Anyway, we are going to ask how well do you know the podcast question at the end. As long as we don't forget. I better write this down. Shirt.
Nancy Welch Rose. Hey, Denny and hey, Sharon and Denny, miss your shtick on the other station you were on. Well, he's on another one though now.
I am 2 to 4, 100.7 The Ticket with Hollywood, Chris Hollywood, and we have kooky fun. It's like the 5:30 Club for 2 hours. That's really the best way to describe it. 100.7 The Ticket. It's ESPN Radio.
Lori Lynn Smith. Gotta wait to see what Walleye do if we come to the disco party.
Well, they're going to be on the road, so you could record it.
Watch party, right?
You could record it, or you could go over to the watch party that is going to be happening at Fifth Third Field and then walk over after. Just saying.
Hello, Wayne.
Wayne Pavlika. Dude, I got you a shirt. You won. You were the only named person that shared the podcast, so you get it.
Nancy was guessing with
Philly?
Philadelphia. Yep. All right.
Okay. There you go. All right. Is that it? Promo trivia. All right. A couple things. Odds and ends. Do you want to talk about our weekend at all?
I mean, worked out in the yard. Well, I planted flowers. You cleaned the grill. Practice disco. We went out. We had date night Friday night at 734 Smokehouse, which was fun. Everybody was trying to guess where we were.
Oh yeah. And did anybody ever get it right?
No, everybody was hitting all around like Bedford area, but yeah.
Smokehouse 734. So we go there, and our server Shelby. I said, okay, I'm torn between the fish dinner and the pulled pork pizza, which I get every time. It's got coleslaw on it. Anyway, and I said, what's the fish? She says walleye. And I'm like, oh, okay, walleye are playing. Good omen. Give me walleye. And then I'm like, nah, we came here for the fish or for the pizza. So, or I did. So I had her get that. And then I'm watching the game thinking, I may have cost the team a victory if they don't win because I didn't get the stinking walleye when I had a chance to get the walleye. So, and then when Riviere from Canada scored first, I'm like, they usually win when they score first and the walleye don't. I'm like, oh no. And then the walleye righted the ship. They ended up winning. So I didn't cost.
Well, and I got the pulled chicken tacos, which I am telling you, they're smoked pulled chicken tacos. And they are the best chicken tacos, I'm saying, around town.
Yeah, I should have went with the walleye because I think the cook had a bad night with the pizza. Just saying. Then we watched Cheers and then the K-Love Music Awards Friday night. That was pretty cool. That was very cool. And then Saturday morning went out breakfast, Pastor Steve. What else? And then we watched the Walleye win. And then the Pacers win. I called that one.
That was such a good game.
It was. But I'm glad the Pacers won. Such a good game
right out of the box, man. They were just boom, 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 boom. And it was a free-for-all with that ball. And Brunson was off. I think Brunson was off. I think Towns was a little off. And then it became the Brunson Towns show. Third or fourth quarter. Yeah,
they mounted a comeback, but
I know, but then they had the second string come in the last few minutes, and then that second string was just soaking those 3-pointers.
I know, it was awesome.
I'm like, they should have been in.
So I think OKC is going to win it all, but I'm rooting for Indiana. So there you go. That was that's pretty much it on the weekend that I can think of. Last night was fun, just sitting out.
So I watched the Big Chill.
Okay.
Based on all the times that you've said that's such a good movie. That cast was phenomenal, the soundtrack great, but I don't know. It was okay. I would not put it as one of my favorites.
I think it's it's not one of my favorites. It's just a really good movie. Now, I haven't seen it in years, so I don't know if it has withstood the time.
I mean,
during the time, because when was that, in the 80s? See, I didn't go to college.
It's 40 years old.
Okay. 80s. So because I didn't go to college, but I kind of did because when I was 18 and all my buddies went up to Central Michigan and Ferris and Grand Valley and all these Michigan Tech and all these schools. And I'm not lying to you. Every weekend, Friday, when I got done with work, I got in my car, drove usually to Mount Pleasant and was there Friday, Saturday, back Sunday. And then I'd come back the next week. I mean, it was a crazy time. So even though I didn't go to class, I participated in a lot of friendships and all of that. So I think it means more to people that had the college experience than it does to people that didn't, because that's what it was all about. They were meeting later on in life after, one of their friends passed away. So anyway, and then
it was Kevin Costner, and he was in the roster, but he's never even on the movie, which I think is so odd.
Was he the dead guy?
Yes, Alex.
Okay.
So, but the storyline, first you got Jeff Goldblum, who was hitting on everybody in the movie.
Right.
Would sleep with anyone. Then you have Tom Berenger and Joanne, I don't know what her name was, hooking up for the first time, and she's married with 2 boys, and he's a famous actor.
Right.
And then they were planning to carry on a relationship even though she's married. And then Glenn Close gives up her husband, Kevin Kline, to the other chick who wants to be a mom.
Right.
So
that's real life, baby. Real life.
I'm like, wow, that's some crazy.
Anyway, didn't we talk about this?
You and I did.
We didn't talk about it on the podcast?
No,
okay.
No.
Well, I'm losing my mind.
And then the other one I watched was The Magic of Ordinary Days. That was a Hallmark movie with Kerry Russell. It was all right. Yeah.
Okay. I watch no movies this weekend.
You watched
sports. And I watched Scotty Scheffler win Jack's tournament for third time. I don't know. He tied Tiger for winning it consecutively or whatever. Scotty Scheffler is unbelievable. Anyway, a little of the U.S. Women Open too, golf. So, and the Tigers won 2 out of 3. So that was good. All right. One thing I want to talk about today, if it's okay with you, I want to say congratulations to the University of Toledo. They have, this is a week or two ago, they announced the 19th president at the University of Toledo. James Holloway is his name, and he takes the helm in a little over a month. Next month, he was the provost and executive vice president for academic affairs at the University of New Mexico. He held that since 2019. From 2007 to 2019, Holloway held a number of positions at the University of Michigan. Okay. Serving as associate dean for undergraduate education, vice provost for global and engaging education, and blah, blah, blah. He's also professor emeritus of nuclear energy and radical sciences. He's 65 years old. He succeeds Dr. Gregory Postal. He's a year younger than me. Hate to say it, he's not going to be here long, people. Just telling you, just like the other two. Postal left UT in May of 2024, take a position, Senior Vice President of Health Affairs, Dean of the College of Medicine, University of Cincinnati, for a bigger paycheck, which is what they all do. Matt Schroeder, who I was rooting for because he has Toledo ties, has served as the university's interim president since April 24. He will return to his former position as Executive Vice President for Finance and Administrator and CFO. So he's basically a bean counter. People didn't like him because he cracked down on departments. So none of the department heads liked him. And it stinks.
You mean like holding them accountable for stuff?
Yeah, exactly. And here's why I bring this up, because they just had news last week that UT names Akron Dean as the next provost. Some guy named Mitchell Kinney named as University of Toledo's new provost. He's 59. And, he's
from Akron.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where he's from. That's where he last worked. Does it say? No, it doesn't say where he's originally from, but he has no ties to UT. He said, Mr. McKinney said, UT has established itself as a forward-thinking university in its approach to current challenges in higher education. University of Toledo's enrollment's been going down for years. So that's the challenge of higher education. And we got 2 guys now, the prez and number 2 in charge, 0 Toledo connection, none. Matt Schroeder did, but they didn't like him because he's not shiny and new. And this guy went to University of Michigan. This guy was this, and so Toledo and the board that I believe is appointed by the governor, you guys are doing a bad job. This is the 3rd president since we've been back.
I know.
Third
I don't
president.
understand it. I just don't
You
understand
had Gaber. You had, what's his fanny I just mentioned? I think it was President what's his fanny? Postal. And now we got President Holloway. And he looks like a really nice guy. He's 65.
So does
65. Does he even know how to run the internet?
So does he
does he have a cell phone or a flip phone?
He went to the University of Michigan. Is he
spent some time there? No, but he doesn't have any connections to Toledo. He's not from here. He never went to school here. Schroeder did, but that Schroeder is not shiny and new, just like this guy, Mitchell Kinney, the provost. They're, talking about, all his accomplishments. McKinney's an author and co-author of 10 books and over 100 journal articles and book chapters. He's been awarded over $1 million for research and public engagement activities. He served as a staff member in the U.S. Senate and at the White House and is a frequent political commentator. That's awesome. The provost of a college of a university is the chief academic officer, the number 2 in charge. So basically, both these guys are going to get in there and do nothing. Enrollment will continue to slide. And then they're going to be announced that they're leaving because they got better jobs somewhere else. That's the order. It's been going for Toledo presidents since we got back in 2014. And it's pitiful.
Now, so the gentleman who has been acting interim, he
Schroeder,
goes back to his old job.
which says a lot about him because he was up for the gig.
So how does that really, can one really go back to their old job once you've had that? I mean, wouldn't you want to keep that responsibility and that title, I mean.
I guess we'll know. We'll find out in time. I mean, if he, if in 6 months when the new guy gets in, he's like, I'm out. I can't work for this clown. And I'm not saying he's a clown. Well, I kind of did. He's 65. Does he have a flip phone?
You're 65. You don't have a flip phone.
I'm 66, actually. No, I'm just saying there's a lot of people my age that are technically challenged. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but there's people that have the electronics and are still technically challenged.
Right.
And
Anyway.
and they'll have a staff to handle all of that stuff for him, the administrative stuff.
Here's the thing. They got to clean up all the lazy professors, make them do their jobs, make them come to class, make sure the students they're advising knows what their major is. Very important. So they take the right classes their freshman year. That's important. And they got to work on why University of Toledo's enrollment has been declining for over a decade. A noticeable decrease started in 2010. That's 15 years ago. University of Toledo had over 23,000 students in 2010. 23,000 enrolled.
Okay.
In the fall of 2024, they had 15,013. That's a huge drop, according to data from the National Center for Education Statistics. Student enrollment increased from 1970 to 2010, peaking at around 18 million students. I believe this is globally. According to, this is nationally when it comes to students. Okay. But ever since 2010 and between 2010 and 2022, enrollment has dropped by 15%. This is colleges, nationally. And I think everybody realizes that, you can go into a specialty field, you can go to technical school, or you don't need to have the piece of paper because people realize what it is. When you go to college, it's a money grab. Your freshman year, I don't think Josh took a single aerospace engineering class his freshman year. I don't think Olivia took any music classes her freshman year. It's all about cha-ching, making money for the university, taking classes that have nothing to do with your major. And people have figured out the rouge that it's becoming. Experts predict a steep enrollment decline in 2025 due to shrinking college age population. They're saying because people aren't pumping out enough kids because the population decline has gone down because your generation and the generation after that is not having as many kids. Because you came from a family of 9, I came from a family of 6 kids, and now it's 2 and 3 kids. That's what people are doing, which is what we did. Now, on the flip side, Bowling Green experiencing strong enrollment growth. The new student enrollment increased by 22% over the last 2 years. The university has also set enrollment records, including a record high achieving freshman class with a 3.69 GPA. Fall of 2024 enrollment saw a significant increase in out-of-state and international student enrollment. Listen, I know a lot of you probably went to University of Toledo. And I have just always been a fan from day one when I came to Toledo. I encouraged my daughter to go to University of Toledo. I've done charity fundraisers for the university many times over the years. I love the blue and gold. I love the University of Toledo, but it pains me that the people that are in the board, and a lot of these board members aren't even local, they keep making the same mistake. They go for this flashy new toy that has all these achievements and accomplishments so they can go, hey, this new president, you hear his resume? And then they're here for 3 years and then they leave for a higher paying job.
Right.
And they do nothing.
Right.
The enrollment keeps plummeting. So it's frustrating. Anyway, there you go.
Yeah, and I mean, and not everybody has a bad experience, but I don't understand the thinking. And what did you say about the governor? He's involved?
I believe he appoints the trustees who will pick the president. That's the only part I didn't research, but I'm almost positive. Little Mikey DeWine, I believe, is the one who appoints them. And then they all get in a room and they go through resumes and they, they bring them in and they have all that, which is fine. But it's like, can't we just have a homer? How many?
No, someone that has a true love affinity for Toledo that really wants to make a difference, because you know what they say, shit runs downhill. Okay. Sorry if you're eating lunch.
Wow.
I mean, let's just say that.
Okay.
It starts at the top. So if you're bringing someone in, and I guess I can compare it to when we moved down to Atlanta, we were brand spanking new. You had to do your research on Atlanta. You had to go around. You had to familiarize yourself with Atlanta, because we knew what Trisha and Mike, that was it down there.
Right.
Brian and Suzanne and Meredith, So we knew 4 people down there. But because you had to talk about it,
I took a tour, from a tour guide to
and
show me all the stuff in Atlanta, and it was awesome. I love that.
Right. But I guess I just don't. So here comes someone moving in again from New Mexico into Toledo and has to see, what Toledo's all about, and,
start over.
Yeah. I mean, and at your age, mind you. At least Atlanta, we were in 2005. That was 20 years ago.
I am this close to being done. And this guy is just taking on a high profile position, and enrollment has been declining for a decade. And it's like, what new energy is this guy going to be able to bring into the room? What's the problem? I'm telling you the problem. The problem is the professors. They're tenured. They're lazy. They don't care. Bowling Green, different story.
What is Rick saying?
Anyway. When I was going for my architecture degree at BG, I was forced to take a volleyball class. Okay. Seriously? See, that's the problem with higher education. A volleyball
class.
Or is that just, you had to take an elective and you took that because there were gals in there, Rick? Just saying. But that is the problem with higher education. Anyway. So there you go.
Yeah. I mean, I know that there's people up in arms about that.
Oh yeah, and they should be, because this.
And I know we've talked about this before.
Yeah, but it just.
But it was at the very beginning, wasn't it?
It was a while ago.
It was when the last guy quit.
Yeah, and I made the prediction. I said, here's what's going to happen. They're not going to put the interim guy in there who's been in there for a year, which they didn't, even though he did a pretty good job from people that I know, sources, and he bleeds blue and gold. Are you telling me that we don't have any graduates that went on to higher education from the University of Toledo or from the city of Toledo? That would come back.
That would want to come back to their alma mater.
Right.
And
lead it.
Be in charge.
How about just 1 year without enrollment declines? That would be awesome, but it's not going to happen.
I mean, because it's such a beautiful campus.
It is. Listen, sorry, BG. Toledo's campus is so much prettier than BG. BG, you're just too darn spread out. A lot to be said, for BG. And listen, I love BG as well, not as much as Toledo. But Toledo's so much easier to navigate. You got so much more to do.
Well, it's the architecture.
It's beautiful.
I mean, it's beautiful. Yeah. The history behind it, the grounds are gorgeous.
I met with President Gaber when she first got here. I took her donuts and had a really nice talk.
Wasn't her first name Sharon?
It was. And easy name to remember. Anyway, and we just had a wonderful conversation. At the time, Olivia was going there. And I really had high hopes for her that she got it and she was really going to turn it around. And within a couple of years, hey, she left for a bigger gig for more money. So anyway, it's frustrating.
Yep.
Frustrating, I tell you. All right. Any comments? Terry says, I'm glad my daughter went to BG. It's a great school that keeps on growing and they're a true college town. with the downtown and how things are laid out, but my daughter did have to take classes that had nothing to do with her degree. That's the problem with college. That's the problem with higher education. Colleges make you take those classes because they want you to be well-rounded. No, they want your money. They want your money. That's what it's about. And that's what people have figured out. So they're like, why do I need to go to college? Anyway.
Well, and they're really starting to push trade schools now too.
Yeah.
I mean, there's online schools, online classes that people can take, especially COVID. COVID changed a lot of stuff.
It did.
You know, I remember Olivia laying up in her bed on her laptop taking college classes, you know?
Yeah.
So, and Mike Rowe, I mean, he's really making a push to trade schools and giving money and stuff, you know, for people that are going into that field.
I got a buddy of mine whose son,
you know, Dirty Jobs, Mike Rowe.
Yeah,
Isn't
I
that
love
his
him.
name? Yeah.
I got a buddy of mine whose son is learning the HVAC business by working for an HVAC company. So he's working, getting paid, and he's learning the trade. And then once he gets to a certain place, I guess he's got to take a test or whatever. And then once he passes that, boom, and they make good money. So, but he's got a desire for that type of work. And that's awesome. You know, he didn't even have to go to a trade school because HVAC, they're hurting. They need more people.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Okay. Are we doing the,
are we ready for the shirt?
Yeah.
Who wants this gorgeous shirt? Who? All right. Here's the question. It was from a previous podcast, a Denny or no,
It was Friday.
Was it Fridays?
Yeah.
Okay, you get one backpack. You're going away for the weekend. What do you put in it? Sharon scolded me and made fun of me because I forgot to pack something. What did I forget? Boom. If you haven't won, put it in the comments right now. Terry, you can't. Wayne, you can't. And I think it was Cindy.
Yep.
You can't play. One shirt for life. Whatever it is.
What did Denny accidentally forget to mention he'd pack in his backpack?
Oh, there it is.
Barb.
Barb. Sorry, Rick. You got burned. Barb Tyrell.
Yep.
Hi, Barb. I don't remember ever seeing Barb on here before.
Yep, she's been on here.
All right, Barb, you're awesome.
Yep.
Sharon, will you DM her how to get her shirt? How
yes.
she gets her shirt? All right, Barb, you stand by. Congratulations. Yes, it was cigars. And the reason I didn't pack them is because they're always with me. Didn't need to pack them. Always with me. There you go. Because if I'm going away in a weekend with a backpack, I'm driving.
All right, Barb. So she wins.
Congratulations, Barb. All right. Wednesday. Do we have a discussion topic or we got more comments here?
No, we did not discuss Wednesday, but I do have an idea.
Okay. What is it?
Oh my gosh. What is Rob on here saying?
Rob Blousy, episode idea. Can we have an episode to vent about community pools? I'm turning into the get off my yard guy. Dude, you're getting up there in age, man.
What does it have to do with community pools?
I don't know.
You're turning into the get off my yard guy.
Yeah, get off my lawn. That means old like me.
So here's a podcast idea I had.
Okay. This is we were brainstorming yesterday.
Yeah, here's our brainstorming right here on there. This is our staff meeting.
We had a couple at the staff meeting.
What is a core commercial from your childhood that you remember? And I know what mine is.
A TV commercial? Oh, that could be fun. We could probably download some and play
a core commercial from your childhood
there it is.
that you remember.
There it is.
And I know exactly what mine is.
All right. So
Stupid kids.
Yeah, we know Rob. Rob's getting old. All right, we can do that.
Wednesday, what is a core commercial
from
your childhood?
TV commercial.
That you remember that you love. Oh my gosh.
We can drop a couple in, right? From YouTube?
Sure. Yeah.
If we can download some.
So Wednesday at noon.
All right, we'll do that
and
Wednesday at noon.
We have a new sponsor for Wednesdays.
We do. Very excited about her as well. Thank you to AJ St. Mary's Meats. Where's his number?
It's scrolling slowly.
All right, here it is. 419-644-3461. You heard me give the special. Call right now, and then they put it together. When it's ready, you go out there and pay for it. It's $100 and all that meat. It's crazy. It's such a great deal. It would be awesome if we got a few people that called AJ today. 419-644-3461, St. Mary's Meats. Also, 2 tables left for the disco party. Denny Radio Facebook page. I got the link right there to get those.
Cashless event, people.
It is cashless, and it's rain or shine. So we're praying for
Hopefully
a window. Please, Lord, help us so we can raise a lot of money for veterans. There you go.
All right. So funny video. It's not really a funny video, but this is exactly why I will never live in Florida.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, hell no.
So they must know that there's pets in there or something. They're smelling something while they're trying to get in that condo. That's just crazy.
Could you imagine opening your door to go out and get the paper, and that's what you're greeted with?
I mean, that and the noise they make. I didn't realize alligators made those kind of noises.
Oh my gosh, they're growling.
It's crazy.
I know.
Anyway. All right. There you go, people. Hopefully you enjoyed the Sheridan podcast. Please share it. It'd be awesome if you did. And we'll see you Wednesday
at noon. Commercials, core commercial from your childhood. So, all right.